So here we have a few days spare in Perth, so why not head up into the fringe of the wheatbelt for our 2023 Fringe ride. So me and Rock and Ronnie set off. I'm on the Chinese cracker here. We'll see how this thing goes. So we start off leaving Perth, riding through that beautiful Chittering Valley, and this time of the year it does look gorgeous. Everything looks green as we head into the main West Australian wheat belt. Well, this is a very productive, and you've got to recognise the farmers, because the wheat belt is a major crop, and this year it looks gorgeous, as well as the canola, which has taken a lot of the land as well, a very popular crop in Western Australia. So stopping for a second at Lake Ninen, just go through. This is Rock and Ronnie's bike, the old 1997 Yamaha XJ900, and of course the Chinese cracker, the CF Moto 800 MT. So we'll see how these bikes go. I know Ronnie's bike is air-cooled, carbureted, doesn't make a sound. That engine is so smooth, shaft drive. He loves it to death and promises never to sell it. Yeah, back to Lake Ninen on a perfect day. No wind, no flies, no mosquitoes, but a beautiful reflection of the lake, which is quite large. It's just between Kalingri and yes, Wongan Hills. So we leave there, and Ronnie puts his earplugs in again, and we head off further into the wheat belt, finally running out of sealed roads and heading off to our first stop, which is Bonnie Rock. Bonnie Rock is a abandoned town now, probably famous in its day, but quite short-lived as well. But it's right on the fringe of the wheat belt. There's really nothing further north than this. Found an old tractor by the dance hall there. An interesting old piece of machinery here. You can see how strong they made things back in the day, with that size of that diff, never to be repaired. It just lasted forever. A couple of the old tyres on the thing. It looks like Jack Miller's been riding around on this thing. He's always got an excuse about tyres, that lad. Very solid machine though. And eventually, yes, this is it, the turn off to our first stop, Bering Budding Rock. So we're going to spend the night here. There's quite a bit to do at this rock. Way back 1937 I'm talking, the government of the day thought they'd grab a few convicts and naughty folk and put in a water catchment area, and it ended up being this 10 million gallon reservoir fed from the rock itself. It's like an upturned plate, I suppose. So they've built a wall all the way around this rock, fed into a little sump, and then via the aqueduct into the reservoir. There's only about 10 camp spots here. Luckily it's got a beautiful flushing toilet, because it's got 10 million gallons of water to use. Only a few people here this particular Saturday, which surprised us. So plenty of great spots to set up camp right by the rock, which we'll do that, and then we'll go for a little explore. Yeah, get those bloody earplugs out, Ronnie. They sort of go in a bit too far sometimes. This one is called Kangaroo Hole. There's always seems to be some water in it, and it would be fantastic to see it cascading off the main rock. To fill that each year. Never been there when it rains though. And from the top of the rock and above, you can see just how good this season is. We have been up here when the crop hasn't even been put in because of the lack of good weather, but this year it really looks fantastic. We packed up next morning, and another perfect day for riding. We head off to our next stop, which is Alish Rock. Alish Rock is bigger, and it's only about 20 kilometres down the road on a very well unsealed road, should I say. I must say the Muckenbuden Shire do a great job of grading these roads quite often, I believe, because I think they get quite a bit of traffic. There's a lot of wheat that gets carted. So we found Alish Rock, set up our campsite, went for a bit of explore, and you can see this rock is much bigger than Berringbudding Rock. So it's quite a climb. Being a much bigger rock, there's lots of walks you can do along the rock, and plenty of water up there, plenty of wind at this particular time. The wind only lasted half an hour. But it was great to see a bit of water up there because, you know, the rain has come, thank goodness. So unfortunately the next morning it was time to pack up and head back home. So we went home via Muckenbuden. Muckenbuden is about probably 40 kilometres. It's unsealed road, but a very nice road as well. Congratulations to the council again, finally reaching Muckenbuden. So on the way home now, we even passed a few gifts to our friends in Ukraine, I believe. Fantastic to see that. I think they need all the help they can get at the moment. And like I always say, here he is, and I say there's nothing better than sitting on a rock, unless you're a fish. I can't leave without saying a few words about these two bikes. I'm 6'4", so the Chinese Cracker, the thing I love about it, I love the cruise control. Very enjoyable to ride a bike for the first time with cruise control. I love the quick shifter. I love that wind deflector I've added to the windscreen. It keeps the bugs and a lot of airflow off my helmet. I love the luggage, of course, and the heated seat and the heated grips. I have used both of these, and I've had heated grips before, but never a heated seat. It's quite comfy, actually. All in all, I find this And Ronnie's about 5'9" on a good day. He bought this bike brand new in 1997. It's a Yamaha Diversion XJ900. What a beautiful bike, a very quiet motor, being air-cooled, carburetted, smooth as silk. It's also shaft drive. And a great touring bike. He says he'll never sell it, and I hope he never does. These are fantastic touring bikes. So there you go, new or old, just grab that bike and go touring. This one also handles unsealed roads like my bike, which is supposed to be an adventure bike, but I call every ride an adventure. Bye for now, guys.